Yeah, and that was a weird thing with the submission thing, with the Texas Death thing, because that's usually last man standing. So it was very, very weird. I will say this. There's lots of times where you hear a death match and you think, this is strictly hyperbole. It's just for advertisement. This kind of lived up to the Texas Death Match advertisement. These guys, they look like they were trying to kill each other. And literally, there's moments in this that were just, oh my God, moments like I can't get that out of my head. Mainly triangle choke, real spike to the head, cutting him open. Crazy. I mean, I would say that they went for it, brother. And they went for it, and they got it. The barbed wire didn't even look like that was gimmicked at all.
What do you think nothing looked impossibly dangerous. Not like, the barbed wire 2x4 on Dynamite with Edge a few months ago. Adam Copeland a few months ago. But what do you think was the most dangerous thing, or the thing that it would take you the most money to convince you to do?
Everything. You'd have to, and that's why my wife's looking at me going, you would do this for how much money? Like, I had the wheels turning. Like, I would, that's this much, that's this much. Hey, hopefully these guys got bonused. This is definitely a match where you need to get bonused because you're going to the hospital. I don't know. They tried to work it. They did a really good job of like dragging along the glass, little things that were just, even the spikes were so tightly together. By the way, they're still spikes. So they're bumping on the spikes. Even on the DDT, he took care of them and made it look like it was head, but his hand hit the corner of the spikes. I would say the thing that I would be like, it just doesn't make any sense, is those really awkward bumps onto the chair that's unfolded on the mat. They took some rough bumps on that chair. Did you see that? Like the power bomb and the other thing. There's just, that's the stuff that's going to like really herniate discs and cause really bad concussions.
I'll tell you what, though, this match was the longest of the night. Didn't feel like that at all.
It didn't.
Especially when you're 8 hours in.
It did not. This match, and the people they got the people to stay alive in those last 3 matches. That's a testament to the last 3 matches and how good they were. So if you're talking about a Texas death match, can't even pronounce it, much less do it at my age, brother. I mean, Hogan would have been got on every spot on there. Got me, brother. Mm-hmm. But this is a 7-star Texas death match. This is one of the most violent, like, you lived up to the advertisement. The Moxley promo with his wife in the car and talking about this has to end. This has to be. This was, even if I didn't follow the storyline, which I didn't, the package before the match brought me up to speed, and then everything in the match said, these guys hate each other and they're trying to kill each other. That's all I needed. And being, to me, too, the guilty pleasure. You love the murder hour. This is a murder hour match on both sides. This here would have been like JBL and the guys watching Tanaka and Mike Awesome kill each other and you're just clapping. You know what I mean? It's a guilty pleasure match.
Well, as a guilty pleasure match, you actually enjoyed it, though.
I did enjoy it. It at least had some psychology attached to the ultra violence. Now, also the pacing, like, it's so weird that you can pace a match like this that supposedly you're throwing weapons in and you have everybody in the world interfering in the match. This is about an ECW type match as you can get. But somehow the cadence, the pace, the ramp up of everything, the crowd reacting and how it kind of built up to the finish, and even the choke out with the chain and the fact that Swerve gave the chain to Paige. I'm just like, we're tying Paige and Swerve. Bryan Danielson coming in, these other people coming in. Dude, I can't believe if I saw, I got to put it in the words. See, I had the most amount of doubt that this match would be anything but a garbage match, but a CZW match. And it completely took me off guard. And I thoroughly enjoyed not only the spots, the pacing, the gears, but all the loose ends that tied up storyline-wise in this match. And they left the people go home happy with Paige winning the belt.
Do you know how many matches they've set up? So now, obviously, if you don't know, Jon Moxley lost. He was choked out, or not choked out, he tapped out with a chain, yeah, which is very, very important distinction, in fact. Bryan Danielson turns up. He stops Wheeler Yuta from using the plastic bag. That's a callback from last year. Of course, he's not coming back to wrestle, but it's nice that he eventually got, or was instrumental in turning the tide. Then I've just lost his name. Everest, the skinny guy. I've just lost his name.
The skinny guy?
Head. The unbelievably skinny guy. He does the trust fall. He was winched from the ceiling.
Oh, Darby
down.
Allin. Darby Allin.
Thank you.
Yeah, he came back from Mount Everest, and they did the little detail of him coming down.
He did the sting.
No, but like he was coming down from Mount Everest, like the same gear and the hooks. I mean, dude, I'm gonna do a hot take right now, a hot rating take. This here, as far as you had the Texas Death Match, the weapons and everything, obviously that's dressing on top of the salad. This was an 8-star Texas Death Match. 8 stars, Meltzer.
8 stars.
Because
Darby can
go ahead.
Go on. I was just gonna say Darby can go with Jon Moxley. I promise I'm not making you up. I said at the beginning of the match, Swerve will come out and he will cost Jon Moxley the title. I did guess it right. I was really pleased. But now you've got Adam Page and Swerve Strickland against the Young Bucks, who interfered. So there you go. You've got your next pay-per-view already sorted. This was really, really good booking, and it's something you just don't see from AEW that much.
I cannot. I watched it, and I'm not. Like you said, I can't believe it either, because this should have been a match that had the least amount of storyline, least amount of psychology, least amount of ending and building new business in the same match. And it did everything. This match had everything for everybody. And they sold their asses off. You could have just very easily gone from this to this and played Superman. They sold, and maybe that's why the gears, the pacing, and everything was absolutely perfect. And people are going to be like, you criticize AEW for the Ultra or whatever. We've done the what went wrong with the spike bat and Moxley's back and all this stuff. But they encapsulated it all into a storyline that made me understand and be able to follow it. And also, like you just said, now you and I are fantasy booking like, oh, this can go here, here, and there. That's what we wanted. Why can't you do that each and every match, each and every week?
Did you wince at the nail suplex thing? Because as soon as they pulled... Right, okay, something else that I'm not sure many people realise or noticed is when they lifted the apron of the ring to get a table out. Right next to the table was the bed of spikes. And it was like on vision for all to see for like 30 seconds. But no one in the crowd seemed to notice it. So I don't know if that image was on the big screen. Then they put the apron down. Then 10 minutes later, they bring the bed of spikes out. It gets, ooh, the big reaction and everything. So I like to know that, oh, well, this match can't end until at least the bed of spikes has come out. Which I thought was funny. So, Pavlov's gun thing.
Yeah, but it didn't ruin it for you either. You're like, oh, that's all the bed of spikes. It's all over. We had a and mind you, when we were watching it, you and I separately, we were so tired. When's this going to end? It's gone on forever. And then those 3 matches kind of pulled us out of it a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Imagine if you booked the rest of the card properly, how much more you would have been. The fans literally probably would have been on their feet for almost the entire last 3 matches.